I'm Mike McCrill. I'm the Community Resource Officer for the Sidney Police Department. In January of 2016, we attended the Attorney General's Opiate Conference, and that's where we learned about the DART team and about other agencies that have similar programs. And we were inspired by that, but we lacked the manpower and the funding to do it the way they've done it. So we took what they've done and scaled it down to what we could accomplish here in Sidney, which right now is me.
Looking for those who might need his help, Mike started going to funerals of people who overdosed on heroin.
I started using heroin when I was 19 years old, and now I'm 26.
That's how he found Brittany, who's been in jail, rehab, and who was pregnant with her 4th child when Mike took her to treatment.
He actually took me to the hospital. It was late at night, I called him, and he took me to the hospital, dropped me off, and didn't ask any questions. Never judged me, made me feel less than because I had a bump in the road. It has consumed my whole life. I did things I wasn't proud of. I sold myself for money to get it. They're not just throwing us away like animals in a cage because we're addicts that are deemed bad people. You know, somebody believes in us finally and understands.
She cannot care for her 4 children, the youngest just 1 month old. Brittany relapsed just 2 days before this interview.
And that was scary.
First responders saved her with naloxone.
I hope that this is it right here, I really do.
Even being brought back from the dead wasn't scary enough to make her stop. 5 days after this interview, she relapsed again.
Brittany is an absolute normal story for an addict. If we believe that just getting services one time is going to end it and we're going to write the happily ever after at the end of the story at that point, that would be incorrect. Relapse is not an uncommon occurrence among addicts.
Disappointed but optimistic, Mike keeps a text Brittany sent him on his office wall.
Text says, "Thank you for making this happen. I really appreciate it. You saved my life." My response to her was just remember that you're worthy and your life is of value and you're welcome. This is the kind of reason why, we all wanted to be cops. We wanted to save people's lives. Well, here's a whole group of people that need saving that, that are of value, but we sometimes forget that because of the nature of their addiction and because the thing that they are doing is against the law. And so we sometimes forget that they do have value and they are worth saving. Have you used since then? I attempt to reach out to addicts within a week of their overdose, hopefully within a few days, but up to a week, and then connect them with the services that are available locally here.
1 in 4 people takes the help. Mike finds these overdose victims about 6 a week by searching his own Sidney Police Department records.
Does he want the help or not?
He does.
Others come to him through his connections at the downtown Alpha Community Center, where he has breakfast once a week.
You don't have to be a rich department. You don't have to have all the resources in the world. Like I said, you just do it in small steps. Just having an officer reaching out to the addict and saying, hey, you're going through a tough time. We don't have all the resources in the world, but we're here to help you however we can.
We call it SAT, Sidney Addict Assistance Team. Every page in my book is a human life. And I know that we won't save them all, but it goes back again, the starfish story that I told you about earlier. The kid throwing the starfish into the sea and the old man telling him, why are you doing this? You can't save them all. It doesn't matter. And he picks up the one starfish and says, yeah, but it matters to this one. I know it's not realistic to believe we'll save all of the heroin addicts, but we'll save some of them. And for those people and their families and their friends, that's invaluable.